All right, today we're going to go and find the databases for downloading our PyMol related files, our PDB files. PDB stands for Protein Database or Protein Data Bank. So there are two main databases for us to download these files that we manipulated last week in PyMol. They are at rcsb.org or at www.pdb.org. All right, so either one of these will do. I'm going to do the one at the RCSB. You can choose either one, though. They may be exactly the same, as in have the same files. They may have slightly different files. Some may have more than others. Basically, you'll have to search around to find the particular protein that you're looking for. Now, last week, we looked at the file 7AHL. Oops. And when you type this in, actually, it shows you right here that that is indeed a protein that they have in this database. So we just click on that, and we go here, and this is the actual protein that we looked at. Now, it's nice and colorful here. We may be able today to get that to look something very similar to that today. But to download the files, you just go over here to this, and you have a choice. You can download it as a FASTA, which we know about. The best way to do this, if you do have a limited connection, you might want to get it gzipped or zipped already. But if you're on a fast connection, just go ahead and download it in the normal PDB format. So we're going to click here, and it says save file, so I'm going to save. And they're not huge files, so 1.8 meg. So we're going to go find that file. It should be in my downloads folder. Alright, and here it is, 7AHL1. I already had a copy of that in there, so this, when I downloaded it a second time, it had a 1 in parentheses. So I can copy this to my desktop. Alright, and then I'm going to open PyMol, and I'm going to go to File, Open, and I will go to Desktop, and here's my file, and here is the same protein that we saw last week in our same format. We'll hide it, and then we'll go Show Cartoon, and here we go. Now today, a little bit further, and we're going to learn to color it. So as it stands right now, alright, this protein, alright, it's all green. And remember, actually, it's not one protein, it's 7. So I would like them to basically be different colors, so I can see where one begins and one ends. Maybe learn a little bit more about how these 7 proteins stick together. So I'm going to go over here to C. Alright, and I'm going to go color it, and then by element. Alright, I'm going to click there, and we'll go to set 3 here. It didn't do what I wanted. By chain, sorry, by chain, and do it this way. And now, as you can see, each protein is a different color. So as we rotate, look through here, you can see where one begins and one ends. Notice that there are some beta sheets that come around down here in this lower tube, and they connect to each one of the proteins up here in the top of the molecule. In this particular form, notice we do not see those atoms from the various proteins that touch in the middle. That's why this particular type of view, it's very pretty, but it doesn't give us some of the interesting chemical properties, the structures that we might want to see. So let's real very quickly go back to the sticks and lines. Alright, that's the sticks. Let's look through here. Now this is on top of our cartoon. So this is useful. We have the advantages of maybe both. So here you can see the beta sheets, but we get some basically nice, pretty atoms sticking out from our molecules, from our proteins here in the middle, so that we can do it. Now remember, you can zoom in using the third mouse button. So we can zoom in and see, kind of look at some of these up close, and if there's one in particular you're interested in, say right here, using the three mouse buttons you can basically zoom right in on what you want. Right here. Now that is much more useful now. If this is the part of the molecule that we're interested in looking at, basically by using the three buttons I was able to zoom in exactly where I want. And I still get to see where my beta sheets are behind me, all right, and which protein I'm actually connected to. So you can see this part here that we were looking at is actually at the end of one of the beta sheets right here for this kind of beige looking colored protein compared to the others. And you can see that the one next to it, it's right above a yellow molecule coming off at the beginning, looks like, of a beta sheet from the yellow molecule, very close to one another. So if we were interested in the interactions, say between this particular molecule and this particular molecule, we have now positioned the program so that we can analyze things like bond angles and distances, things like that. In our next video, we'll begin to do that. So that's all for today. This is just how to find your proteins and position the molecules.